Hi, I am Sam Domingo from the Philippines, and today I'm going to read you my poem titled You Call Me Many Names, published in the poetry anthology To Let the Light In. You call me many names. On Mondays in the garden, I am Shirley, with whom I never share their semblance. But since you squint too hard and have a near cataract on your right, I let it hold true before Tuesday, when I am Justine and blessed by your holy oil, which you claim heals all pains with daily dropping. I never contested, despite seeing you limp around, to water your plants on Wednesdays. You call me Oi and show me my dad's picture, safely kept in that dusty pink dress he sewn and worn along with the hope of him coming home from abroad, maybe on Thursday, to know to which you know the response is no. Given, you must have misheard me. Jojo's pretty daughter. Every day I'd coyly tell you, while the noise of your house's silence envelops you, memories of a Friday birthday party haunt you with the prospect of your children and whoever you baptize as grandchildren, all together before your brain drains the last bits that make you their mother, Elena. Saturdays are not any better. You don't know me at all, but you nod in the subtle submission to your loss, and smile brighter than those with two teeth routinely after I make another promise that on Sunday, my siblings and I will think of you as often as you think of us. Hopefully, like all the other days, you will shed that thought, for once you leave, you'll have only room for one family photo to remember. I honestly do take listening to love songs as my first encounter with poetry because that encounter totally inspired me to do the poetry um, with my own experiences. The Philippines has a very rich culture in creating and singing love songs, especially of the ballad ones. Even though you're probably 8 years old or 10 years old, you know um, balladeers from the 70s, from the 80s, because it's everywhere in the Philippines. Eventually created my own poem or a love song. Actually created a love song when I was 10 years old. So it's funny because I never experienced a heartbreak. But my first song was about a heartbreak. So it's really, really amazing to have having been inspired by those love songs and having to create an imagination of my own and put it into poetry. You called me many names. Actually, a homage to my paternal grandmother, Elena. She would always knock on our door asking for a money that she believed was taken from her by one of her kids, by one of her children. Ask for our names, to ask for her grandchildren's names every day, and even in simple conversations, even though you'd already um, tell her your name multiple times, she would still ask me or my other siblings who we are and how we are related to her. So you could see this bittersweet, um, forgetfulness that she now has. At the end of the poem, I just really wanted to for her to know that I'm in empathy with her. I do understand. That's why even if it's every day that she would ask me my name and get it wrong all the time, I would understand and stay there and keep answering her questions. My first message would be I just really share my empathy with them, the patients, and also the people who are trying their best to take care of them. I totally believe that a person who is close to the encounter with the known unknown, or let's simply put death, it shouldn't be as difficult as giving birth. We've struggled long enough, especially for people, for old people with elderly people with terminal illness. So I think at least to give back or to just make their last memories on earth um sweet or desirable is to make that transition easy for them. it should be a priority in the law, in the change making policies that the Philippine government is planning to do. Because I've gone to outreach programs to cater to people, to elderly people in hospices and care homes. And I can totally say that these hospices, they need us temporarily because the place is really depressing. The place needs a lot of staff. The place needs a lot of equipment. But then it's not being given by the government, or at least private institutions who has the capacity to empower and to make the lives of these people easier. I just do hope that through this project, that people understand more the struggles of the elderly, the struggles of people with their terminal illnesses, and or the people who go through palliative care, because it's not easy. We've gone through a lot already. Let's not make it any more difficult for these people.